All right, second video for the day, and this one is going to be an unboxing slash review. This should be a very easy, quick review because I've already dealt with the Dungeons and Lasers fantasy stuff. I have the castle and I have the Tudor house, and they are actually really good, even though I think my use of them was incorrect. I think that I did not do the right thing with all the dungeons and stuff because what I ended up doing is I ended up just making a lot of different walls of different sizes and gluing them all together, and then I could just add them, however I wanted, right? But I'm not sure that that's the best way if you want to use these. I mean, I generally use a UDT and some really low walls that because I think it's easier. The box art is really cool, kind of flimsy box, but you're probably not going to keep it anyway. The first thing you find when you open this thing up is the tabs. These tabs are what holds the pieces together. And some people may disagree with me, but I almost feel like the floor pieces you should just go ahead and glue together, right? Leave the holes though, but put the floor pieces together solidly so that you could then just you see how the walls have the little tab there. You could just plug that in, and make the walls however you want on a. So basically, I'm saying turn the floor pieces into like a UDT that you can just put walls on however you want. Um, you don't have to. Now, these are made in Poland. So made in good old Poland, Polski. And this is the core set. The Of course, on the bottom, you've got where you would put all the tabs. And on the top, you've got some pretty good sci-fi looking floor stuff. I will probably end up rattle can primering these things on the sprue and just painting them on the sprue, right? Now, these are definitely not grim dark in the way 40K is, but I think if you wanted it that way, throw a couple blood spatters, maybe a couple of like dead skeleton, like the skeletons of dead people here and there, and graffiti the walls up and stuff, and you could make it look really nasty. The walls have a lot of little details in them, like pipes and conduits and stuff like that. You can paint. There's also some holes in some of the walls because the starter set, in addition to coming with this massive stack of sprues, let's see, 7 sprues of tiles for the price, which is I think like $50. That's amazing, right? But then it also, whether you want to use it or not, comes with all these sprues. So on this sprue, you've got like some kind of weird portal. You've got some containers. This thing looks like some kind of alien hive thing. Some radioactive containers, some containers that might be full of ammo or whatever. Oh, you've got a ripped up dead body. That's nice. You've got a cryopod, like a sleep pod, um, generator. That might actually be a gun turret. You got a gun turret for some reason. And yeah. And then on the second one, it's actually different. You've got a bunch of lights, like lamps that you could plug into the walls and paint up to show that, the place is lit up. And also you've got a bunch of air vents everywhere. Very, very cool stuff. You've got another cryopod, looks like 2, and then another gun turret. So, that you can plug into the wall. you've also got this, it looks like it's a lift, which is really cool. One thing I would like to see, this is weird. It's like the Navigator alien looking thing almost. Um, One thing I would like to see is actually ladders and lifts that you can put on, because me being a complete and total maniac when it comes to artificial gravity and the fact that it's just not possible in any sci-fi ever. Um, if I were using this to build a space station or starship, I would definitely want ways to traverse up and down the hull, because the hull would not be built like a starship you normally see, or an airplane or boat or something. It would definitely stack one on top of the other, right? So not really that big of a deal for me, since I can 3D print a hatch with a ladder, either up or down, and so that'll work out. Ultimately, I think for the price and what you get, it's really can't be beat. The only negative is when I was looking at their website of other products, they really don't have, I think, enough other things to support the basic kit, which really is all you need is the basic kit. But I would like to see more stuff than they currently have, on show. But I mean, is that a fair comparison or complaint, or is that just me being, a lot more needy or whatever than really I need to be? That is up to you to decide. If you're playing a game like Traveler or Stargrave and you want some terrain that you can just put down and modify between each game to be what you need it to be, I think this is a pretty good monetary investment. And maybe one or two kits would be more than enough, really, for most things. So, I mean, I definitely give it 2 thumbs up. Most of the Dungeons and Lasers stuff I've dealt with is of highest quality. Everything fits, everything works, and when painted up, it looks really beautiful. So that's just my experience with the stuff. So there you go. And also supporting them gives Poland more money so they can spend it buying more weapons from us. So, it's good for everybody. But anyway, I would support it, and if and when it's completely put together and painted, I will of course show it off. Until then, peace and love, and have a good day.